Hi Leo, I love you honey. So this is going to be a reading for your person. Thoughts, emotions, and actions. Will not resonate with everyone. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Holy angels, Holy Spirits. That's a 2 swords, 4 swords. Uh-oh, 4 swords in reverse. Truth's about to come out. Holy angels, Holy Spirits. To the divine above. Angels and ancestor guides for the Leo that watches this channel. What's on their mind? Well, 4 wands. Oh, misjudge. They misjudged twin flame. They could have misjudged, strong roots. A foundation that's built on roots. Error and judgment. Emotions when it comes to you. Okay, 8 pentacles. It's in reverse, but upright in reverse. The reverse in this deck is right here. So they haven't mastered it yet. They feel like that they wasn't dedicated to wands in reverse. Their plan failed. They was thinking too small. Bad direction. Action they plan on taking, my love. 10 wands. They're planning on finally saying no to maybe to the Ace of Wands, to new sexual relations maybe. The Magician, manifesting. They don't want to doubt themselves anymore. And with the Magician in the upright, that's manifesting your dreams into reality. Is what they're doing now. They have learned to hold themselves up at a higher level, spiritually. Wow, amazing. Let's see. This is the trigger deck, the Wysper trigger deck for Leo that watches this channel, honey. What triggers the 4 of Wands and Judgment in reverse? What triggers it? Oh. Well, the Empress is here. Yes, and Divine Masculine. She said, don't you know? She says, don't you know who you are? Don't trust your friends? Shocked. It could have surprised the feminine. Or surprised the masculine. He shouldn't have trusted his friends. Or, we'll clarify it. What is going to trigger? What is triggering the 8 Pentacles and the 2 of Wands? They was thinking too small. Maybe they should have planned a little bit more ahead. Well, we're going to pull them. A strategy. So they tried to strategize in the end. Which led to the Tower. Yeah, and don't trust your friends. You shockingly, for example, 3 seconds could have changed this. You trusted this person with all of your information. Well, you understand me what I'm saying. The spiritual world. But they didn't trust you back. And heartbroken and offended. Yes, yes, yes. High priest and shame. They're about to be put to spiritual shame. They're reconsidering their boundaries when it comes to the spiritual realm. Well, I'd say they better, because if they don't, the divine will. Do not mind the puppies next door. They are fine. So what's on your person's mind right now? They have misjudged. They was in denial because in self-doubt, karma, feeling very weak, and an error in judgment. The Empress and the Divine Masculine, my love. Uh-oh. They didn't release their ex. Release your ex is in reverse. They didn't. They didn't. Chemistry. They hadn't released their ex to be able to gain the momentum of interest, but something worth waiting for and trustworthy. Oh my goodness. What's that about? A shuffle? Leo, your person, what's on their mind mostly when it comes to you? Releasing your ex in reverse and the chemistry. Inspiring. That's the Ace of Wands. Being determined is that 9 wands. So they're reconsidering this Ace of Wands. They created something, but they were inspired by some sort of taking responsibility. Drama in reverse. No drama, no conflict. Abundance. Not fighting the abundance to be able to overcome the challenge like a boss. Well, I'll be gosh darn. Don't worry, we're going to pull tarot out in a minute. We like to dig in. That's why we're going to pull it all. I love oracles. in your person's emotions when it comes to you trying to strategize in the end, but boom shakalaka boom boom. In the end, you really couldn't trust your friends. No heart-to-heart conversations. Optimistic. Trying to be too optimistic. That's the strategy. They tried to plan it. This person tried to plan their emotions, being able to make an effort of deception. You can't plan love. It's like making your appointment to die. You can't do it. It's impossible. You don't know when that moment's going to happen. And I'm going to say it right here because I saw something in my comments today. If you ever think about committing suicide, you call me. I don't care if you're a Leo. I don't care what sign you are. I don't even care if you're not interested in tarot. I'm your friend. Suicide is the number one sin that you will never be forgiven for. I want you to look at it like this. If you don't care about yourself, then why should the divine try? Don't do it. You deserve much better. If you're being pushed to a breaking point, think about it like this. They might be making you think you're not good enough, but you need to think about it yourself. Maybe you're too damn fucking good. Put that shit where it belongs, especially the stinky shit. Heartbroken and offended. Mercy. Your person, I'm going to tell you, has been pushed to the brink. They're looking at like maybe you were the only person that would have understood them. You were the only person that could have helped them with some sort of trauma, flirt. You wasn't someone to be played with. You wasn't someone to be flirtatious with. There's the playfulness right there. It offended you. It offended you, Leo. It offended you. And it weighs heavy on this person. Oh my gosh. That's why they're saying no to the Ace of Wands. They're looking for something with boundaries now. Could even rely on religious factors. Spiritual lessons, spiritual blessings to be able to reconcile. This is a spiritual reconciliation. Giving your relationship a chance to be able to free yourself. You know, maybe just for you two, just to be able to come together, just to have a sensible conversation. And that way everybody external of both of you see you getting along, see you smiling. What are they going to fucking say? If you ain't got anything for anybody to be fighting both of you about, then you never have to fucking explain yourself anyway. You know what I mean? Where's their emotions? I told you. Brought by the divine. I need time. Time for what? Time for what? Okay, feeling restricted. That's going to be 5 swords. All eyes on you. Feel like they're being watched. Just feel like they're being followed emotionally. Wow. Brought by the divine. So this Ace of Wands was brought by the divine to test this person's emotions for you. This person never thought they would have you carry your energy, for example, goodness. You come in with nothing to hide. You have nothing to hide. Even in the past, in the past time before you even met this person, you didn't lie about anything. This is a Leo that gets instant karma. The High Priestess, and giving your relationships a chance. You're saying, okay, maybe this is somebody that the Father brought to me to either be a blessing or a lesson. So the divine took control over this because of this new investment. The new investment, I'm going to say, is the Ace of Wands. Lack of support. No support. Looking for a long-term commitment. The divine will not support this person until they are looking to settle down forever. They're going to take them into a life-changing direction to where they can heal the mind, body, and the soul. Yeah. Well, let's see. Well, they need to be healing. Leo, your person. Mercy. I'll get you a message at the end. So right here you have the Four Wands and the Judgment in reverse. Somebody did not call Breaker 19 calling on the divine. Father, are you there? Instead they called the 199. Indeed. Total different energy. Low vibing, my love. Look. You have the Empress once more. Shit. Oh, and the soulmate connection. An Empress is wanting to be with her soulmate. She feels misjudged, but she knows that she's a twin flame that's been misjudged because the roots have to build. For example, without challenges, the roots have nothing to twist around. You know what I mean? Yeah. She knows. Emotional confusion. She's comfortable with the transition of destiny. She says, Divine, you do whatever you got to do anytime you need me. You just ring doorbell. I'll be right here. That's where this feminine's at. So we're going to go ahead and see where the masculine is. She's like, I'll be right over here cooking my cornbread. But this is a feminine. She wants to get back together with a soulmate. With a new perspective of boundaries. And your person, they have chemistry for you. So they have to release their ex. So why is that card in reverse? Well, you got 4 cups. See, the feminine wants 2 cups. Masculine's coming out with 4 cups. It's deception, interferences, deceit. Okay, so let's explain. So you see the 3 cups right here? Okay. You see the 2 cups right here? Right here. This is spilled wine. What you gonna do? Go down there and suck the wine out of the sand? Then you have 7 swords and 3 swords. That's 10 freaking swords. There's nothing else there to fight for. It was an offer. There was too many interferences when the offer comes in is what this person's thinking about. Let's ask. What's in the 7 swords? If you don't know anything about the 7 swords, the 2 swords over here is like these 2 cups being stuck stagnant, undecided at the crossroads, okay? The 5 swords that he's carrying is that conflict, drama, competition, strife, jealousy, feeling restricted, feeling like all eyes on him, needing time brought by the divine. So now he's probably realizing, well, there's nothing on earth, and maybe he's tried to fix a problem over and over and over again. And the more he tries to fix it, the more it fucks up. So he's like, well, maybe I need external help. Probably something he shouldn't have been telling his friends about. Oh. What is in the 5 swords for the masculine? That's the stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights that he needs to release. He's trying to release the tension, of abundance. Oh, so this is a masculine is trying to release the tension to be able to manifest a solid foundation with the lovers. His parent. This Empress says, well, my divine masculine won't release his ex. I know he's interested, but with a new perspective, she's determined that she abundantly will get together with her soulmate because this offer was interfered with. Damn. Where is the third party? I'm going to pull Miss Cleo for the third party. It's before tarot. She don't play no game. She is not. Let me see. Miss Cleo. Where's this third party in the past for this divine masculine and this divine feminine? Miss Cleo. There's your 5 swords. Your conflict, your drama, your competition, your strife, and your jealousy. 4 of Pentacles. Halt in the challenge. So the challenge is halting the plans and preparations for the Queen of Wands, Strength card, and the Ace of Pentacles. It's halting the contract for the feminine fire sign because it's too powerful. The bright light won't mix with the dull one. It won't. It's not a match. If it's a 3-pronged plug, it's got to have 3 prongs. If it's a 2-pronged plug, it's got to have 2 prongs. Unless you break the 3rd one off. You understand me what I'm trying to fucking say? Ooh, I can't believe I'm talking about. A transformation, High Priestess. So this is an intuitive transformation through family. Intuitive overhaul because of the 10 cups. So what is in the 4 of Pentacles? A halt. Holding back. Jealousy. The Chariot. Not allowing forward movement to communicate. Somebody's not allowed to say something. The Queen of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. What is in the 8 Wands? I'm going to see. There's the Emperor and the 6 of Swords. He's not moving forward with communication because he's confused. 3 Swords. He's confused and heartbroken. Could be by 3 different women. Let's ask. What is one thing that's on this person's mind when it comes to Leo? What is going to clarify all of it? On what's in their mentality? Queen of Wands. Leo. Feminine fire sign or an Aries. There you go. It's a plan and preparation. They're looking for a foresight. See the reason why I love this deck right here, see these wands? They're red. That's red flag. The wand they want is right here. The one the Queen of Wands is carrying. Wow. Contract, commitment, the Emperor. Oh my gosh. They're coming back for you. They're coming back for you. They're coming back for you. What would they be preparing? What would they be preparing for Leo? What would they be preparing? Oh my gosh, the 5 Swords. That conflict, that drama, competition, strife, and jealousy. 6 Cups. Okay, so it wants to talk about the past. Yes, with so you have 4 Cups, 5 Swords, 4 Cups, 5 Swords. The initiation. They want to talk about the past when the karma initiated. That's justice. Don't ever correct on earth. It needs to be corrected in heaven. This misjudged. That's the misjudgment. Now analyzing. You got the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Could have a small child and a teenager in love. Walked away from love. Justified the rejection of a soulmate through a challenge and conflict, drama, competition, strife, and jealousy. This person could have also got karma for challenging your mentality. Let's see. In their emotions, mercy. 8 Pentacles was in reverse, but it's actually upright in reverse. So they're trying to stay dedicated. They're trying to be focused. 2 Wands in reverse, their plan failed. So maybe they're unfocused. They was thinking too small. Went down the wrong path. Because strategically, thinking about the ending of the cycle with the Tower moment because they shouldn't have trusted their friends. Something's got to blow up here. A heart-to-heart conversations. If you're thinking about it too much, you can't put your heart into it. Which making an effort, that will cause deception. So something here was brought by the divine because they need time. They're feeling restricted. They feel like they're being watched. Yeah, they feel like their blessings is blocked. They did not know about this blessing. No wonder all eyes are on you because this is a twin flame blessing through a transition and an emotional transformation because the divine. I want to clarify the 2 Swords before I say anything else. They feel like their blessing is blocked. Because they have to be spiritually comfortable. They have to have spiritual roots. Oh, there's those 4 Swords. Ace of Swords. So what's that leave? That makes 5 Swords. So they're coming into some sort of clarity, maybe of something they didn't know before. What was that? What they're looking for, they didn't support. The offer they were looking for, they didn't support. And here comes The Strength card. 5 Cups. They left you unemotionally fulfilled, emotionally confused, secretly left you. But on their way, they picked up 10 more wands. The Divine's like, I'm sorry, but you got to master those too. Ooh, goodness. That's why the 10 wands is in reverse up there. This person might have actually dropped it again, finally saying no and ending the cycle, offended and heartbroken. They know you don't deal with flirtatious playfulness energy because you reconcile yourself spiritually. This is the action that they're going to take. They're going to let the Divine take control because they know there's a new investment coming. A lack of support, long-term commitment. They know that the Divine is not going to support them if they don't commit. Oh my gosh, the Fool is in reverse. I don't think they're going to take any risk. All right. Not taking any risk on legacy is blocking this masculine from being able to love itself. You got to take risks to understand the risk. What kind of risk do they want this masculine to take? Because the Fool, that's a release. A brand new beginning of abundance is unknown by this masculine. He needs to remember he's not alone. 5 Pentacles in reverse. He needs to change the energy. You need to move the energy to low vibing to high vibing. This is what you do not know. Your power. You're blocking your power. You're blocking your own power. Secretly wishing to end the cycle. King of Wands. This is a masculine wishing to end the cycle and love himself so he can find his interest. His emotions has got to be straight and grounded before his hobbies or his interest in women will come clear again. Because of his interest in women in the past, it's the whole reason why this is happening. Where is the Divine Feminine in the world? King of Wands, the Moon. 9 Cups. There you go, my love. Manifesting. Because of the Knight of Wands. It's always refreshing the manifestation to be able to recover emotionally. Those 5 Cups. She still feels a little sad because she got left hanging. Oh goodness. A new perspective without communicating. If the masculine wouldn't communicate with the 10 of Cups, he would get that new perspective, that new urge and energy surge too. The feminine is also manifesting that this Knight of Wands energy is left hanging in the balance to be able to recover emotions. What is she manifesting? She's manifesting for it to slowly. She's manifesting for the cycle to end slowly because she's worried about what he's wished for. Oh, she don't want to see it. There's your 8 Cups. This is a feminine taking 8 Cups out secretly. Uh-oh. This masculine is finding out he's got to end this cycle because what he wished for is hidden. There it is. 9 Cups in the Moon. The 8 Cups has and the Sun. Oh, and the fucking Moon. Woo! This is somebody, this is your twin. That's all I gotta say. Sun and the Moon pops out. You have this. Someone misjudged the roots of a foundation. That 10 Wands, that responsibility, heavily heartbroken and planning and preparing the Strength card for a Tower moment. Boom, shakalaka. Well, it's what they didn't know. This interesting initiation, you were protected because your emotional thoughts have been justified, spiritually justified. The confusion of seeing it for what it is. Right there is the other woman. She's the one that needs to know the truth about the friend of the masculine. Woo! Oh. There's the Lovers. Yeah. This is what's going to make a masculine or a feminine not repeat the cycles when they go, not repeat what they did before when they go back to the true lover. Where is the divine masculine to this Queen of Wands? Okay, so he's spending a lot of time alone. He could actually be apologizing to himself. He could be apologizing to you while soul reflecting. The Star. What is in the Page of Cups? Knight of Cups. Yep, gonna boost it up a notch right there. You were one of the most trustworthy friends that they could have ever done. An independent. You were the one. Let me see. You were the one independent, oh my gosh, lover for the Emperor. What's this? That they could have moved forward to have peace. But they moved forward with the Queen of Swords to level their judgment, to reconsider how to communicate with a challenge or with jealousy, causing conflict and interference, causing a lot of static in the intuitive. Focus more on family, this King of Wands, to justify the new perspective, to move forward from the past, move away from the past. But behind the scenes, this masculine, he followed through with divine timing to be able to change and rebirth. He changed the conflict to make a stand in the contract because at a dead end and heartbroken. This 10 Wands right here is where he dropped it. He dropped the confusion through the emotional decisions because he's acknowledged to be able to work together. He has to plan, and that was 333. He has to plan and prepare to come together and celebrate being spiritually enlightened. Oh my gosh. Because all this path of interest did was initiate an argument. Somebody fucked around, found out. What initiated the argument? As soon as someone put those pieces of the puzzle together, they acknowledged that their high priestess, that their higher self was their judgment of their own transformation. Their higher self caused judgment on their human person. It had nothing to do with you. You could have manifested your healing, but through manifesting your healing, it was talking to their higher self. Look at the major arcanas. If this person could say one thing to Leo today, that Knight of Wands right there, done. It's out. Boom, shakalaka. They are no longer having sex with the ex or friends. The Four of Swords. Unknowingly, they have a new perspective of a challenge of conflict with the Queen of Swords and the Magician. This is a strategic, oh my gosh. They just took us to a whole new realm here that we didn't. Who is this Queen of Swords? It's a friend. They manifested the Queen of Swords to trust the Queen of Wands, the Queen of... Yeah, there's the 4 Wands, 10 Swords. That right there, what put the twin flame connection to a dead end. It's what broke it down. They're saying being friends with the Queen of Swords, they feel tricked. What did they trick them on? The Lovers and the waxing moon. They tricked them to be able to gain strength of the Lovers connection, to increase the momentum. What was the trickery? 5 Cups. They wanted them to be unemotionally fulfilled. They regret the cycle of confusion. This is the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune, honey. This is spiritual destiny. They do not want this person to leave because they know once they leave, they ain't coming back. That's justified communication. The 8 Wands and Justice. Whenever this quick communication comes, let's see what that is. What is this person going to say? They're trying to do what's right through cause versus effect. The truth shall set you free. Don't ever correct on earth what needs to be corrected in heaven. They're talking to the divine. I want to see what's in the 8 of Wands. What's in there? They're actually maybe talking to family. whatever they have held back. Yeah. They wasn't thinking straight because they chose the wrong path of interest. This masculine shouldn't have trusted himself. Broken friends turned his world upside down too. So this is a masculine talking to their family about people that they shouldn't have been trusting. Oh, look at that. That right there, my friend, is going to cause a change, a turning point in life, karma or destiny. But they're actually reflecting on how things have changed since the Five of Cups. So they had to level some sort of emotional recovery, sadness and grief. Where does that fit in? King of Cups in reverse. You have 4 swords, King of Cups, 8 swords, King of Cups in reverse. The more they think about it, the more confused emotionally they are. Just leave the shit that make you confused and make a stand that it's nothing to fight for. There's nothing else there to fight for. There's another stance that's standing up for the Queen of Wands. Is your plan any fucking way? Look, you got the Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands here. Go ahead and do it. Leave. You don't have to take your underwear you had on last night. Leave your dirty laundry there. You can buy more next week or tomorrow. I love you guys. Ciao.